Let's be honest. As parents, we wing it a lot of the time, don't we? I mean, even after some of us who have 4 or more years of college and we've read so many textbooks, well, usually the typical parent reads not more than 1 or 2 books on parenting. And so we tend to mimic what our parents did for us. Or sometimes we say, oh my gosh, I'm going to do just the opposite of what my parents did. And then we add our temperament with our spouse's temperament, and then we have our kids' temperament, and then we have cultural overlays. So there are usually some gaps, aren't there? Well, I've been studying one specific gap over the last 20 years, and that is the gap that most parents overlook the leadership development of their child. They do a great job developing their followership. They teach their kids to be followers, but they don't really teach them how to be a leader. So as a professor, I'm always interested in the science. What does the research say? So in this very short video, I'm going to give you some of the research statistics that will help you understand why it's so important to focus on your child's leadership ability so that they can become a manager, a supervisor, a boss, and how that will impact their entire life. Studies show that managers possess higher job satisfaction than employees. Supervisors have significantly higher work engagement than line-level employees. And highly engaged employees are more positive about their jobs and organizations, and they treat their coworkers with more respect. Supervisors have lower turnover intentions than line-level employees. And supervisors tend to have stronger non-financial recognition needs and attach less significance to financial rewards. Higher job status is associated with greater workplace community and commitment to organizational goals. Findings also indicate satisfaction increases with the number of employees being supervised and was associated with individual power values. Supervisors rated the following work qualities higher than non-supervisors: satisfaction, interesting work, job autonomy, helping others, job useful to society, pay, promotional opportunities, relations with coworkers and management, contact with others, schedule flexibility, and less physical effort. Research shows that top managers with children are less likely than other working parents to say parenthood has been an obstacle to job advancement. That's 33% compared to 17%. Top managers are more likely to say their current position is their career, 78% versus 44%, rather than just a job to get them by, 12% versus 23%. 84% of bosses describe themselves as very satisfied with their family situation versus 74% of workers. 69% of bosses are more satisfied with their current position than workers, at only 48%. Research shows that 40% of top managers are very satisfied with their financial situation compared to only 28% for workers. According to the U.S. Department of Labor, which computes employee-manager wage gap data, a team member only makes half to 2/3 of what their team leader makes. Bosses are more likely to say they have sufficient education and training to help them succeed. That's 73% versus 57%. Only half as many bosses are likely to be looking for a job. That's 12% versus 23% of workers. Managers often have better health. One reason is that the managerial position offers access to more resources that promote health. So whether we realize it or not, most of us as parents actually develop the followership of our children, and we don't really train them how to lead. So that's why developing your child's leadership potential will help them to succeed because of the many benefits that comes from being a supervisor or a boss or a manager. That's why we created the first of its kind online course called Kid Lead Academy that actually trains parents to develop their children's leadership potential. For more information on this 7-hour practical executive caliber resource, go to kidlead.com/KLA or contact us via info@kidlead.com. Years ago, American Express ran an ad campaign that stated, "Membership has its privileges." Most of us know what the studies state, that leadership has its privileges. That's why savvy parents who want to set up their children to succeed will develop them to lead.